Hi, beautiful people. Welcome back. My name is Rose, and this is Flower Reads a Lot. Now, today I wanted to do something kind of fun since you know from my last video I have not been reading a ton. I wanted to do a bracket, like tournament style, for some of my favorite books I've read so far this year. Now, I will say the free bracket thing that I found, it had kind of a limit on there. So, not all of my favorite books, but the ones that I've given like 5 stars or were really entertaining or that were just very memorable, I have put on this list and I wanted to do it. Instead of a tier ranking, I wanted to see which book would come out on top. So, yes, let's get started. So some of these already have a bye week, so I don't know. And honestly, we're gonna learn how to use this together. But if you will look at my screen here, I have all of the books on here. I will just go through the titles that I have. So I've got Camp Damascus, A House at the Bottom of a Lake, Orange, which is a manga, Them, The Only Ones Left, The Only One Left, Ring Shout, Fourth Wing. How funny that Fourth Wing has a bye. Legends and Lattes, Killing Stalking again. It's not a manga, it's a manhwa, but still, same vibe. Dollhouse, It's Me, Charlie, For the Sake of Two. The Natural series, the Jennifer Lynn Barnes one. I just wanted to like mash them all together. Of Blood and Fire, The Weight of Blood, Fake Dates and Mooncakes, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, another manga. Yellowface, Sunbearer Trials, Stolen Tongues, Pretty Girls, Darkness Outside Us, Final Girls, and Dead Inside. The fact that Dead Inside by week 2 is hilarious. But let's go ahead and start with our bracket. So I have A House at the Bottom of a Lake versus Orange. And again, this is like all randomized. I don't really know how they did this, so we're just gonna roll with it. A House at the Bottom of a Lake or Orange. So A House at the Bottom of a Lake is the Josh Mallerman book. It's very, very short. It has like some magical realism in it. I really loved it. I gave it a 5 star, but Orange made me cry. I have to give it to Orange. Okay, Them by McKay Watson versus The Only One Left by Riley Sager. Now, these are this is why I wanted to do this, because it feels unfair because a lot of these are from different genres. And it's like, how do I compare a thriller to an extreme horror book? I don't know if I can, but I will. I will say Them because I gave that a 5 stars, which phenomenal, amazing. And The Only One Left, even though like you'll see from our podcast, spoiler, I had a good time with it, mostly just because I got to discuss it with other people, but I just wasn't my favorite. Hot take, I did not really like that book, so on there. Next, Legends and Lattes versus Killing Stalking. I love Killing Stalking, but Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree, top tier. I almost made it loose. Okay, Dollhouse by John Hunt versus It's Me, Charlie by C.M. Gidros, I think. I don't know. I'll put it somewhere. This is so hard because It's Me, Charlie. Again, that's an extreme horror, and it was so good, even though it was very short, because it's like about a bookstagrammer being stalked and attacked. But I have to go with Dollhouse. I really love Dollhouse. That also made me cry, sob. It's a thriller. I've talked about it a few times. It is one of my favorite thrillers at this point. So I have to do Dollhouse. The next one is going to be very hard for me. So it is Of Blood and Fire by Ryan Cahill versus The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. How do you compare a fantasy to a YA thriller horror? I don't know. I am so sorry, Ryan Cahill. I'm so sorry. I loved your book so much. I love it. One of my favorite books of the year. But The Weight of Blood is just so good. I'm so sorry. This is why this is hard, guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, next one is pretty easy for me. Fake Dates and Mooncakes versus I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. I like ugly cried while reading that. The ending of that manga broke me. It broke me. So I have to. Okay, we're getting to the end of the first round. Okay. Stolen Tongues by Felix Blackwell versus Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. This is also hard. I know my choice. I know which one I'm choosing, but it makes me sad to see the other one go. So our winner is Pretty Girls because that, oh, so good. It's just so good. Stolen Tongues is one of the creepiest horrors I've ever read because it's like very like makes you feel uneasy. But Pretty Girls, you just can't compare. It's just too good. My last one for round one is Darkness Outside Us versus Final Girls. I'm gonna go with Final Girls by Riley Sager. Even though I'm pretty sure I rated Darkness Outside Us higher, I feel like I had even more fun reading Final Girls. Ooh, sorry. Let's go back to the top. My next round, Camp Damascus versus Orange. So Camp Damascus is by Chuck Tingle. I kind of talked about it in my last video. It has to do with this conversion camp and demons and self-realization and love. But Orange is about friendship and heartache and I don't know. I'm going to skip this for now. I'm going to come back to it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Them versus Ring Shout. Them versus Ring Shout. Is it? I'm going to go with Them. I think I'm going to go with Them. But I love Ring Shout. But Them just like, I have to go with that. I'm so sorry. This next one, guys, I'm unwell. I am unwell doing this. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros versus Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. I really want to say Fourth Wing. I really want to say Fourth Wing. I love Legends and Lattes. Don't get me wrong. I love that book. It makes me feel so good. Like, my experience reading that was just amazing. But Zayden Ryerson, I have to go with Fourth Wing. I have to. Oh my gosh, hot take. Please don't come for me. Next one, Dollhouse versus For the Sake of Two. This is going to be hard. I have to go with my gut feeling. Dollhouse versus For the Sake of Two. I have to go with Dollhouse. I love For the Sake of Two. I think it is just crazy and disgusting and horrible, and I love it. But Dollhouse just, it made me cry. How can you compete? I know it's not the best edited book ever, but it just really hit me, so I have to go with Dollhouse. Okay, this one is not going to be that big of a competition. YA versus YA. The Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes versus The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I have to go with The Weight of Blood, even though I loved the Natural series. It's like a fun time. It's not necessarily the best YA book I've ever read, or series I've ever read, but it just like, I don't know, I just had so much fun reading it, but I have to go with The Weight of Blood. The next one, guys, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas versus Yellowface. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas versus Yellowface. It has to be I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. It has to be. I did love Yellowface, but I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Again, I ugly cried, snot coming down my nose, like eyes swollen, couldn't breathe. Like, I don't know if that's dramatic, but it's how I felt. The next one, The Sunbearer Trials by Aiden Thomas versus Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter. Okay. Listen, I don't know. I honestly don't remember. My short-term memory is awful right now. But I don't know if I talked about this. The Sunbearer Trials by Aiden Thomas is just so good. It's just so good. The representation in it has a lot of LGBTQ plus representation. It is an amazing fantasy, but pretty girls. But pretty girls. The plot twists in Pretty Girls is just insane and like crazy. Is this gonna be a hot take? I think I'm choosing the Sunbearer Trials. Oh my gosh, 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 oh my gosh. I did it. I'm so sorry. Okay, let's move on. Final Girls versus Dead Inside. Dead Inside, obviously. Dead Inside by Chandler Morrison. Duh, please. Okay, let's go back to the top where I have to make a choice. Camp Damascus versus Orange. Guys, I don't know. Camp Damascus versus Orange. What am I choosing? I'm gonna choose Camp Damascus. I have to. It is just so good. So good. Okay. Camp Damascus versus them. This is easier for me. Camp Damascus. It's beating, yeah. Camp Damascus is just too good. Too good. Please read that book if you have not read it. Like, read it. Fourth Wing versus Dollhouse. Again, why am I doing this to myself? These are such different genres. How can you compare the different genres? Why did I do this? Okay. Fourth Wing versus Dollhouse. Fourth Wing versus Dollhouse. I'm going to choose Dollhouse made me cry. But Fourth Wing, which one am I more obsessed with? I feel like I'm more obsessed with Fourth Wing, even though Dollhouse I feel like is a better book. Am I gonna choose Fourth Wing? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Guys, I'm choosing Fourth Wing. I did. Oh my gosh, I just did that. Okay. The Weight of Blood versus I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Guys, The Weight of Blood versus I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Even though I cried, I love I Want to Eat Your Pancreas, I have to go with The Weight of Blood. The way, like, the conversation around race and racism is in The Weight of Blood, in, like, this Carrie retelling. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, The Weight of Blood. This is hard too. Okay, Sunbearer Trials versus Dead Inside. Is it bad I'm about to choose Dead Inside over Sunbearer Trials? Guys, okay, first of all, this is not, like, indicative of my actual ranking of, like, which books are my favorite. It's just how the bracket is working. Okay, we are in the final stretch. Camp Damascus versus Fourth Wing. Okay, no competition. I'm choosing Camp Damascus. I think this might end up being my favorite book of the year. The Weight of Blood versus Dead Inside. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna choose The Weight of Blood. I think I like that book better. But you can't compare a YA horror versus an extreme horror. Like, Dead Inside is just so good. But I will say, I did not love the ending of Dead Inside because it, like, I wanted to see our main character to his end. Oh my gosh, is that a spoiler? I'm so sorry. But I loved everything about Weight of Blood. Weight of Blood. Is this the final round? Okay, the final round is not as hard as I was thinking it was going to be. Camp Damascus versus The Weight of Blood. I'm choosing Camp Damascus. I think this is my favorite book of the year. I don't know if another book is going to top this book. I really don't. Wow. Okay, it ended happy. I am happy with our final result. The winner of my bracket, Camp Damascus. Yes, everybody cheers. Okay. Everybody take a deep breath. That is over. No more pressure anymore. Okay, that was actually so much fun. I was not expecting to be so challenged in that. That was very hard, but I enjoyed it. I might do more, like, brackets. I want to do some type of, like, trope bracket, but I don't know. We'll see. But I just want to say that I appreciate you guys watching and sticking around. I hope that you liked this video. I hope that you subscribed. Yeah, follow me on Instagram. I don't post a lot, but I am going to try to start posting on my stories a little bit more. So yeah, I hope that you can follow me along on this journey. Yeah. Okay. Love you. Say it back.